So you want to achieve the #1 bestseller on Amazon. I mean, that does make sense. It's directly linked to increasing units sold by 42% week over week. It's going to be harder to find a better lever to pull that's going to generate more sales for you than the bestseller badge. So how am I able to speak to the #1 bestseller badge on Amazon? Well, I'm the founder of Extension Ecom. Previously, I was at Amazon for 2 years supporting market leaders such as Pet Lab Co., who had the #1 best-selling dog probiotic and was doing over $2 million in sales every 30 days on that product. Additionally, we support Health Garden, who currently has the #1 bestseller in the xylitol sugar substitutes category, doing a little over $92,000 a month on just this listing alone. So it's safe to say I've had a good amount of experience with the bestseller badge, and today we're going to talk about how it's calculated, and then we're going to talk about how to actually achieve it and go through some actionable examples so you can implement them yourself directly after this call. So let's start off with what it is, how is it calculated, the definition of BSR. So Amazon defines BSR as a metric that indicates how a product is selling in the Amazon store compared to all other products listed in the same category. Very important thing to understand there, all other products listed in the same category. It is a direct competitive analysis of you versus all other ASINs. Secondly, it's calculated based on sales data over time, with recent sales impacting the score more than past sales history. So it's based on the past 2 years of sales events for that ASIN or product. So some other key phrases here. First of all, recent sales impact it more, and it's based on the ASIN. So there's some ways that we can take that into account to improve our BSR. So how to achieve the #1 bestseller on Amazon? Well, it comes down to 2 factors, sales velocity and historic sales. You'll see these tier charts on LinkedIn of like click-through rate is #1 and then out of stock is number 18 and whatever it might be. No, the only thing that matters is sales velocity and historic sales. Everything else is just funneling into that. And we just read the exact definition. These are the only 2 things that matter relative to your competitor. Now, they're very important. So you need to have traffic, which is just how to attract people to your listing, either for free or by paying. Then you need to convert those shoppers, and that's just convincing people to buy once they get to your listing. Then you need to fulfill on that order, meaning that you are ensuring your customers receive your product. And finally, you need to manage the catalog and make sure everything's set up properly on the back end of Amazon. If you can do these 4 buckets, you will achieve the #1 BSR. So if we want to improve BSR on Amazon, we must drive more traffic, get more people to convert, and be able to fulfill on the orders relative to our competitors while managing everything properly on the back end. So real quick, want to restate this. So if you grow your spend by 20% and your BSR does not go up, your competitors might have grown their spend by 30%. So it is always good to keep in mind that it's relative to your competitors. Just increases to yourself does not matter because it's accounting for everybody within your category. So let's work backwards here. I feel like people typically work traffic to this way. So we're going to do the inverse because I think actually catalog management is one of the easiest levers to pull to improve your your sales rank on Amazon and get to the bestseller rank. So here's a helium 10 graph of a listing that was going up, 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 up. Now keep in mind, bestseller rank is the inverse, right? It's like golf. You want to go down. You want to be the #1, not the number, 20,000. And what happened here at this point is we properly merged the variations of the product. So you could have size variations, you could have color variations, you could have scent variations, flavor variations, right? There's a ton of different variations, and variations are one of the easiest ways to win on Amazon. Rather than launching a brand new product, just launch variations of your winning product. People will buy other options. So having more child ASINs on a listing increases its sales velocity and its sales history, which allows you to jump competitors. Now this situation, it just had a lot of sizing options that weren't properly merged. So by merging, it was like 10 sizing variations. That listing, that ASIN, remember if we go back to the definitions based on the ASIN, that ASIN is now getting significantly more sales velocity and has a much stronger sales history, which is why you saw that instant drop. Next up is going to be fulfillment. So staying in stock is extremely important. So on April 1st, this listing had a sales rank of 2,500, and by April 9th, it saw a 105% increase up to 5,199, and that is just due to the fact that it was out of stock on some of the top selling variations. So if this is the situation where every time you go out of stock, you see a 105% increase, it's going to be very hard to get the bestseller badge and maintain the bestseller badge. So staying in stock fulfillment is an extremely, extremely important piece of the puzzle. And this is why we can't just say, hey, click-through rate is the most important metric. It's the only thing that matters. It's like, well, the second you go out of stock, it doesn't matter how pretty your main image is. You're never going to get to the #1 bestseller. So all of these factors are extremely important. Next up is going to be conversion. If you are just rotating your product in a circle, it's going to be very, very difficult for people to want to buy it. People like to buy through images. People like to buy through video. People want to be shown the benefits and what makes your product unique. So show off what makes the product unique and show off lifestyle imagery of the product in use by your demographic. So some examples here are going to be the small portable gas grill image on the left. Sorry, trying to move my loom bar. Right, so immediately showing off that product in action, showing it off in the lifestyle or place in this image. It's in a camping site, right? That's where people are going to use them. Calling out what it's good for, showing off how easy and convenient it is to move it around, showing how much surface area it gets, right? All of this is going to be really beneficial, and by the numbers, they're seeing a 228% increase to sales year over year through some content adjustments, and you can see they were on fire, on absolute fire leading into Father's Day. Next up is going to be click-through rate, which has been, hot topic being pushed very, very hard right now. And you can see on the right this brand, Mr. Tortilla. I do not support them. Just pulled their images off of Amazon. They're not doing too much to increase their click-through rate. It's basically just a standard package. So first, they can make this pack number easy to read, 24 and 24. If you're a 24 pack going up against a 12 pack, people are going to want to be able to understand why you're more expensive. So increasing that size is going to make them understand really, really quickly, oh, it's a bigger size. Okay, I can justify clicking and checking it out. Remember, the whole goal of the main image is just to get a click. You can do all the selling of the product on the listing itself. So then you could actually show off the count of tortillas with tortilla shells, just lined up, 24 of them. That can, be beneficial to really, really push how much quantity you're showing. And then for flavors such as 3 chilies here, you could add some chilies in the background. So some quick examples of these things in action. We can see this vanilla perfume here showing off a vanilla orchid, showing off the packaging and the cologne. And it's making a much more engaging image that someone might want to actually click on it. And then we can see Old El Paso doing a great job. We all know Old El Paso is not shipping them in this cardboard box with this photoshopped 5-pack. But they're doing it because it's helping increase their click-through rate, and we can leverage that and show off the quantity and show off the pack count a little bit better, just like they do. Next up, free traffic SEO. So traffic and SEO and PPC, they all go together. So we want to pair our traffic from an SEO standpoint with our PPC, and I'll walk you through what that means in a second here. So this listing did not have rose fertilizer in their titles or bullets. They didn't have rose food in their title or bullets, and they didn't have anything related to the words all-in-one in title or bullets. So you can see they have a very strong organic rank here at 16. We're probably at middle of first page, bottom of first page. So we stand a really good chance of getting to top of search organically, which would skyrocket their sales, right? We're talking 585 keyword sales, and they don't have it anywhere in their listing. So we want to identify what are the top keywords that we're ranking for, and then we want to put them in the bullets, we want to put them in the title, we want to put them in the alt text, we want to put them in A+ crawlable, brand story crawlable text everywhere. But we don't want to just stop there. We also want to pair that with our PPC strategy. So for this, we're going to hone in on purchase in consideration for the sake of today. Loyalty is really just about driving those buyers who love your products and want to come back for more, and you need to be visible for them. But to grow your bestseller rank, you need to be focused on purchase in consideration. So purchase are the shoppers looking for your exact product. These shoppers will buy immediately if presented with a quality product detail page at the right price. And we need to have an always-on approach here, ensuring you're visible to drive sales to these shoppers. Essentially just winning on your keyword term. And I'll show you the exact ones we'd want to target if we were this listing with this organic rank. Next up is consideration. These are shoppers who are looking in your market, but not for your exact product. And we want to have visibility here for 2 reasons. One, they might still buy from you right now. So if you're a rose fertilizer and someone searches flower fertilizer, they might be searching for roses, and they might buy your product right now. Secondly, maybe they aren't searching for a rose fertilizer today, but maybe they do have roses and they'll need fertilizer in the future. If they don't know who you are, they can't buy from you. So if you're starting to show yourself off and gaining brand recognition when they are ready to buy, maybe they come to you next time. Maybe they had a bad experience with the product they just purchased and they need a new one. And they remember, oh yeah, that brand, let's go check them out. So we need to have consideration tactics in order to build that brand recognition for when people are ready to buy, we are there and we are presentable. And then they search our brand name and they come and buy from us, right? So here's exactly how we'd want to show up or set up our campaigns if we were that rose food with this level of organic rank, right? We want to pair these terms with our PPC so we can make a push here. So you can see a lot of those terms are high priority keywords for our ad strategy that we selected so that we can put them into the detail page, we can put them into the PPC, and we can make a big push and really signal to the algorithm that we are important, that they need to rank us. That paired with a quality listing, that is what's going to generate the sales velocity that then skyrockets your BSR. And then from a consideration standpoint, right, we're going slightly broader, right? It's not exactly your product, but it is exactly your market. And maybe they can still buy from you right now, right? Flower food, they might still buy a rose food. Or maybe they are shopping for a different flower today and they come back tomorrow and buy from you then. So overall, how to achieve the #1 bestseller on Amazon? Well, we need sales velocity and historic sales, right? We talked about how to drive more traffic. That's pairing your PPC and your SEO with those top organic ranked terms to make a combined push and increase your sales velocity. Then when they get to the listing, we need to have a presentable listing that people actually want to buy from, that actually sells the benefits and unique selling points of our product. Next up, we need to have proper fulfillment, and I guess my animations got messed up here. We need to have proper fulfillment. We need to ensure that customers can receive your product. If you go out of stock, we saw a 105% increase in just a week to sales rank, which is not going to get us to our goal of the BSR. And then we need to ensure the products are set up properly. We saw that massive decrease by just merging the variations correctly. So in order of importance, there is no order of importance. You cannot improve one bucket and expect to beat your competitors. Remember, this is relative to everybody in your category. So if you think you just improve your main image and all of a sudden your life is different, probably not going to happen. You must be the best in all 4 areas to achieve the #1 BSR. It is as simple as that. And the beauty is that we can help get you there. If you don't, if you feel overwhelmed with all those things and you want to get to where Health Garden's at currently and become the #1 bestseller, and you want to generate $93,000 in sales a month on just one listing, we have a full team built out that can handle this for you. And if not, if you want to test it first, just rewatch this video and go through all the slides, and it's going to set you up for success if you follow those principles and apply them to your listing. That's everything for today. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.